What's up? What's up, YouTube? It's me again. Yeah, it's been like almost a month since I made a video. Um, I had stopped trading, and then I was coming up with new ideas. I was trying to fix the other ideas, and I was coming back with some new ideas. So let's go and see my account again. Excuse the yelling for the kids in the background. Sorry about that. There's kids yelling in the background. They're being crazy. You know how kids are. Let's go to here to the proprietary account. And let's do an analysis of today. Let's do analysis of today. Analyze that. And you see I'm up. It's a little, little by little, I'm gaining back. Now I'm up like about 6%. I'm trying a new method. What I'm doing is, so I still have my stuff on my offline charts. You can't see this. It's basically, well, I'm doing offline charts and non-traditional time frames, but this is a traditional time frame. This is basically traditional time frames, and I'm using 1 to 2 risk to reward. It is a different algo than the other one I'm using. The other one, I'm still working on it. Just kind of seeing how it goes. So it's 43%. So it's 43%. When you look at risk to reward, it's like you don't know it in real time. You don't know what's going to happen in real time. So what happens is that you have a percentage that you win. You say, okay, well, I'm just going to put these trades on and just let them go, and I'm going to enter and exit however I feel like. And then you go, okay, my win percentage is this. Then you start to implement risk to reward. You go, okay, well, my risk to reward is like at 2 to 1 or 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. Eventually, what happens is if you get like these high risk rewards, usually the win percentage is very low. It's definitely not. It's definitely not 43% like right here today. Last time I had a 1% when I was using this method of 45%. Now it's 2.5 to 1. So I think I'm going to keep it at 2 to 1, just because obviously if the market don't move that far, it'll move against you, and you either get out with a small win, you don't hit your take profit, or a small loss. So yeah, I'll trade. Yeah, Euro, Swedish krona, and Euro yen. Yeah, people think that's interesting. It is pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna go with the Euro CAD just because on my broker it's just lower margin. It's cheaper to trade margin wise. I don't have to put up as much collateral as the Euro yen. Euro yen, I got to put up a little bit more collateral. With the Euro Swedish krona, I don't have to put up a lot of collateral. And with the Euro, I mean the U.S. Swedish krona, I don't have to put up a lot of collateral. In the Euro CAD, I don't have to put up a lot of collateral. And if you notice the theme between those two, they don't repeat. There is no repeat currency. So it's not US Swedish krona and then Euro US. I try to diversify. That's not always the case. There's certain cases where that could be like not true. But in this case it is. And then B, um, they both have lower margin requirements. And then this could change from broker to broker. Some brokers just don't even care. They just give you the same margin requirement. They don't care if you trade in Bitcoin dollar on CFDs or NOS 100 or US 30. They don't care. American brokers, they care. So they will give you different. They are down, like they get the leverage down to a T. So I was trading Euro Yen and I did all right, but I think I'm gonna trade Euro CAD because that's the other part of it, is that if you think about it, those countries are only open during the Euro session. So when you trade in currencies, you really want to trade when they're most active. And when they're most active is when those countries' stock markets are usually open and people are up and trading. So it's kind of like the one that's really tough, and if you try to day trade it, like not swing trade. I'm talking about a day trade. I'm talking about getting in and out of trades. I took like the algo took 14 trades today. And this is what it came up with. I think the Euro CAD could do a little bit better. It might move a little less, but I think it could do a little bit better. But we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll give it another video. But this is, like I said, I'm just trying to gain my account balance back. That's an uphill battle. That's the one thing I can tell you. Like, I've been messing around with FTMO, and it's like they'll give you, they'll let you control 100 grand, 200 grand, depending on, if you go aggressive, max is 100 grand. If you go non-aggressive, it's 200 grand. And I might go aggressive just because this is the way I trade. You can't do this with a non-aggressive account. This kind of, gain is not going to happen on a non-aggressive account. So I'm just trying to get my other algo right, trying to get it to where I want it, because like I haven't traded a CFD in years because they've been banned. But the technicality on that, as far as me trading that kind of stuff, and like it's because that a lot of these prop firms, they're not brokers. Okay, so this is where your trust level is going to have to go way up. They're not brokers, so they can offer you CFDs. And they say, well, accounting party can't offer you CFDs. And I'm like, nah, I don't know about that, because like I'm not. For one, it's a demo account that they're giving you, so you have to. So that's where the real trust comes in. They're not even giving you a real account. It won't even say live. And so my FX book actually kicked off all the prop firms. So you can't connect a prop firm that's MT4 or MT5 to my FX book, because they're not brokers. And they'll tell you all that stuff in the contract. If you guys read those contracts, like a lot of these people out here day trading or trading or doing stuff all with these prop firms, like you better read your contract and see what it says, because there's certain rules and regulations that you probably should know, and you probably should be like really, really paying attention to, because if you're not, it's not gonna be a good day for you. It's just not. So like I said, on a day it's like up 6%. Like I said, what's 6% on account this size, right? You're like, oh, if you gain 6% on a big account. So anyhow, we'll see if it holds up. And then, like I said, I won 43% of my trades. And if you look at risk to reward ratio, really to break even on a 2-to-1 type setup, you need, what do you need? Like 28.5%. And I'm at 43%. So obviously you don't want to do break even. You want to do better than break even, right? You want to make money. So my profit factor over here is 1.7. We're trying to, get that around 1.72. 1.82. 2 to 1. As long as I don't drop out below 1.5, is my thing. But that all depends on like what you're willing to give up, and what you're willing to, take. See, the average win is a little bit bigger than the average loss. Look at the average win and average loss today. So, I'm just trying stuff out, see if it works. This is one algo. I got another. The other algo is like the one I think I want to use on a prop firm. So that's the one you're probably never gonna see. You're probably never gonna see, like, you'll see the account balance. I'll probably have it on Forex Factory up here. I may have, because you can use FTMO as in their investor password on Forex Factory. But these guys, my FX book, which is supposed to be the gold stamp of like verifying anybody who's making money that says they like make money, to do this. But like I said, I'm not here to like try to sell people stuff. You'll never hear me sell stuff. You never hear me talk about that kind of like, oh, I'm gonna you can buy this from me. Like, I'm not doing courses. Like, if I tell you something, I tell you something. Like, it's just gonna be straight up. I just tell you something, and then that's just gonna be that. Like, I ain't gonna charge you $900, $2,000, $2,500, $10,000. I'm not gonna charge you. You know, because if I like, if I get with you, you got a method you're using, and I'm just, you're just like, man, I don't know, man. I've been doing this and doing that. You want some pointers. Yeah, I get, I'll be like, okay, well, maybe do this and maybe try that. But this one is just, this style, this algo, it's focused on risk to reward. And I don't use, but like I said, at any given time on my chart, I never use more than 3 indicators. if you use like my personal opinion, I know I got a lot of people I follow that on YouTube that are just like they're obviously ahead of me. They got more money than me. They've been doing it longer than me. But my thing is if you're using more than three indicators, it's just like using, I don't know, it's kind of like using a dirt bike with air conditioning. Like, what's the point? Like, what's your point? There's only four classes of indicators, and three of them can be used in forex. Now, a lot of people argue that volume can be used, but I don't really care about volume or what it actually could or couldn't do. Because if you can get by without using it, then just don't use it, because, I mean, you won't get really meaningful information. I think, personally, I don't think you'll get meaningful information. I think that you'll get more information from three different, you'll get information from trend direction momentum, and whether or not you have enough volatility to justify entering. Because you could get your trend and your momentum. They might say, yeah, you got to enter, but if the volatility is like, nah, bro, you can't. Nah, sis, nah, bro, you can't enter. Then you're just not gonna enter. Like, you shouldn't enter, and you should be filtering your trades like that. You shouldn't just be like you just using trend and momentum. I guarantee you'll get every entry signal that the system your setup will give you. Every one of them. But if you're not filtering out by volatility, then you're gonna have some issues, and maybe later if I ever get interviewed and I become big and all that stuff, I'll kind of throw a curveball out there for people as far as like volatility goes, because a lot of people use it one way and use it A and B way, but there's a different way. There is another way to use it. But I'll just leave it at that, until like a much later date. Who knows? Maybe this will be the best day of my life, and I'll just like blow this account, and I'll have to go to plan B, with this other algo running on a VPS where I'm testing it on FTMO. Um, that's another story. The whole FTMO thing's another story. I would rather just trade by myself. But if FTMO is going to give you money, front you money, and then give you money, I would just, you can do that too. You can do either or, So, it's up to you. It's what you want to do and what you got going on. So, anyhow, I'm just gonna make the end of this video right now. Hopefully, you can hear it. Hopefully, everything's all good. Hopefully, you're all good. Hopefully, everybody's good out there. And yeah, maybe I'll just start making videos again and give you some updates of what I know, what I don't know, or like what's going on. All right, you guys. Peace out.